Well, it's been a while, guys. I'm so sorry that it's taken this long for me to actually film this for you, but to be honest with you, my motivation's just been absolutely rock bottom recently. I did actually try and film this video like last week, but well, I say I tried to film it, I did film a video, but I just look so unenthusiastic. I just literally looks like I couldn't be bothered to film. And to be honest, it's probably true. Like, one of my biggest things from like week 27, 28 / 29 even is the absolute chronic lack of motivation to do anything. Even if it's like if necessary or not, you know, just feel like really like bleh. So I'm gonna try and get over like the neggy crap out the way and try and focus on the positives. So I've had to write a list because there's so much, like 3 weeks worth, and as you can probably tell, very out of breath. I've actually just come back from Bristol. I had my perinatal mental health appointment today. That's my first one and I've been discharged, but I'm going to speak about that in a separate video because this week is actually maternal mental health awareness week, so I wanted to make a special video on that because I do suffer from mental illness. I say suffer, I like to call myself a survivor. I survive with my mental health. Like, I don't really struggle day to day with it at the moment, so I'm on a good stable road to recovery at the moment, I am pleased to report. So I'm going to start off with my symptoms that I've had the past 3 weeks. They've been quite similar. So major one is tiredness. It's sort of similar to the first trimester tiredness, just really like, oh, just like I'll wake up and it'll take me about an hour to get out of bed, just get the energy going. You know, I do eat as soon as I wake up in the morning, just like to fill my stomach because that's when the sickness kicks in. But I just don't know, I feel like my energy's been sucked out of me. I know the baby is growing at a rate of knots now. I'm actually 30 weeks as I film this video, and the baby's actually gaining about ½ a pound a week now. So I feel like she's leeching all of my energy. But this is the stage where the baby starts putting on fat, so I am expecting to feel really tired. I'm starting to get a lot bigger. My joints are getting looser in preparation for giving birth, so I am expecting to feel a bit like, you know, calumptious. I don't even know if calumptious is a word. Maybe it should be a word. Maybe that's my word of the day, calumptious. I'll have to Google it later and see if it's an actual word. Also, my appetite has been absolutely shocking recently. It's decreased massively. In my second trimester, all I seemed to do was eat. My massive craving was Easter eggs, but as we're past Easter, all the Easter eggs have disappeared. I've been and got all the reduced eggs and ate them all, although my sister says she has got me a Malteser bunny one and I've not received it yet, so I'm looking forward to plowing through that one, let me tell you. I think it's purely and simply because I'm getting so big, the baby's just pushing all of my organs upwards and just squishing my stomach a little bit. And also, I think kind of related to that, if I just feel like really full all the time. Like usually, during my second trimester, I used to eat a meal and 2 hours later I'd be hungry again, whereas I'd eat the same meal that I ate in my second trimester now and I wouldn't be hungry for maybe 4 or 5 hours later, which is crazy. Like, second trimester Abby, like, I needed to eat all the time, just even if it was a chocolate bar, just to keep my stomach full so the sickness wouldn't kick in. Also, my SBD's been really bad. It's really bad today because I've just been walking around Bristol. Bristol's like my closest city, and it's also the hospital, well, St Michael's Hospital in Bristol is a maternity hospital, and that's where I'll be giving birth. I am consultant led, but I am allowed to give birth in the midwife led unit, which basically means I'll be less observed, which is what I want, because obviously I want to practice hypnobirthing and I just want to be sort of left alone. I have actually been starting to build what I call my birthing kit, so maybe I'll share that in a video in the future when I talk about birth plan and stuff. I've also been so thirsty all the time, like I think it's just dehydration. I've been getting a lot of like, it's not like headaches, like it feels like my brain shriveled, like that's the only thing I can sort of describe it as, like a sort of like pain around here. I have been quite sinusy as well, like getting a lot of pressure and stuff. I'm not sure if that's like a hay fever thing, or I know in pregnancy you can get something called pregnancy rhinitis, so I'm not sure if it's just pregnancy nose. In my 27-20 week update things I've written here that I had 2 scans, which I did. I had 2 28-week scans. The first one was actually 27 plus 6, and that was a specialist 4D bonding scan. I had that done in Cheltenham in Gloucestershire. That was through my specialist, like the obstetrician, and it's just to get better images of the baby. Like there's stuff I will talk about in the future, but we just wanted to look at baby in a bit more detail, and we got some beautiful images, and she's just got the chubbiest cheeks and the most beautiful little face, and she's actually got quite a bit of hair as well, which is like so nice to see on ultrasound. She is estimated to be around £3 at that point as well. I think it was it £3 or something like that. Like she was quite big for what she should be at that point, and her abdominal circumference and her weight and stuff was in the 86th centile, which is quite big. Then I went for my 28-week midwife appointment that week as well, and everything's looking great. I had the measurements. I'm like measuring a week ahead. Mind you, I've always measured a little bit ahead. I also had a maternal echocardiogram. I have a connective tissue disorder called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and it affects the collagen production in my body. My collagen's defective, and it can affect my skin, my organs, my blood vessels, my bones. It affects literally everything, and it can affect the heart as well, and obviously with pregnancy you've got the extra 50% of blood volume, and you're growing a baby, and it's just extra stress in your body. So my obstetrician asked my cardiologist if they wanted to conduct another heart scan, and they actually did, but I've not actually heard anything back from that yet, which is really weird, because usually with ultrasounds they're able to tell you straight away. But when I went for my scan there was a student doing it. Then the sort of lead ultrasonographer person came in, and she was assessing the student. She was more interested in what the student was doing and what was going on with me and what the images the student was getting and stuff. So that was a bit like, I don't know, kind of felt a bit like, you know, like scans done by, like I was none the wiser really. So my heart's still ticking away. I have been having quite a few like palpitations and stuff, but I'm not sure if that's because of stress. As of yet, I still don't know if I'm getting maternity pay. I'm still getting maternity leave, hopefully. And my body reacts quite badly to stress. I've also got IBS as well, so I have been quite like bowely and gassy and yeah, loose. I'm not sure if that's just stress as well, because usually throughout my pregnancy I've been quite the opposite. And I think I've also been having really bad Braxton Hicks recently. I think that goes hand to hand with the stress, and also with my job as well. I'm very active, I'm always on my feet in my job, running up and downstairs to customers, etc. I never have a chance to stop and slow down, and when I stop working and sit down, like I get the most intense like Braxton Hicks contractions, and it's quite painful. I had quite a few today as well, driving here from Bristol. Bristol's about 20 miles away, sorry. It takes about half an hour to drive there and back. So it is quite a long journey, but it's nice to sit down. Like I made sure I stopped a couple of times in Bristol today. I had a quick drink break in Costa. I love the watermelon coconut coolers, they are amazing, especially in the summer. And I also had a Subway. And as well, I feel like the baby's getting to the size now where she's starting to outgrow the womb, if that makes sense. Like, her movements sometimes they feel quite painful. She has located the bladder and she kicks the hell out of the bladder. Even when I've been for a wee, like literally 10 minutes before, like the sensation of her just being on my bladder or kicking my bladder makes me want to go for a wee. But obviously I can't if there's nothing in it. And I can also feel her, like, it's almost like she's dragging her elbows or her knees inside me. Like, I can feel her like fully flip and roll now. From my midwife appointments and the other appointments, she's always been cephalic as well, cephalic presentation, which means she's head down. So she obviously knows what to do when the time comes, which is fantastic. Keep going, Swiggle, that's the attitude I like to see. And in regards to my maternity bucket list, I can't even actually remember the stuff that was on it. But I haven't done anything yet, although I have read 2 books. I have read Mrs. Hinch's Hinch Yourself Happy, and I've also read George Orwell's Animal Farm, and that's an eye-opening book, let me tell you. And I am just about to start Haunting of Hill House. I can't remember the author of that one, but I watched the Netflix series and I really enjoyed it, so I feel like if it's like Harry Potter and that, like the books are going to be completely different. But I think the best update I'm going to bring you is the fact my baby's been having hiccups. It's literally the cutest, although when she is head down I can feel it like right down there, like it literally feels like it's right next to my butthole. The weirdest sensation ever, like it's just, yeah, it's crazy. But I think that's everything, so hopefully I've updated you all for the last 3 weeks. Then we're all back up to date, then I can do my 30-week update. So this week I am back to work. I've got 2 shifts and I've got another week off, so I've just had 13 days off. So I've got a week off next week, then I've got, I do believe, 4 or 5 weeks of work, then I'm off on mat leave. When I actually have a week holiday, then I go on mat leave on the 23rd of June. My week off starts at approximately 6 o'clock on the 14th of June. So I'm so sorry it's taken me so long to film this video, but like I said, I want to make sure my videos are worth watching. Like the video I filmed last week, like I watched it, I was like, Abby, that was so half-assed, girl. Like, I know sometimes you can feel a bit unenthusiastic and stuff, but come on. And to be fair, it has taken me a while because we had Storm Hannah in the UK recently and it trashed our fence. So we had our fence replaced and it was a lot of banging and background noise and obviously the wind knocking my blinds and stuff. But as you can see today, the sun has got his hat on and it's like, what time is it? It's 7 o'clock and the lighting is brilliant. Like, hello summer. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and comment down below, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Follow my Instagram, which is @BeantaBabby. That's where I update everything on my pregnancy. That's the first place you'll know when my baby's been born. Literally everything pregnancy baby related goes on there. I do have a personal Instagram as well, but @BeantaBabby is a lot more interesting. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Take care and I shall see you soon.